Welcome, everyone. Lauren, let me know if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Awesome.
Oops. Sorry. I'm ready.
We are here. Woo! All right.
We are. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening if anybody's in that time zone.
I went a little early so that we could, get set up and stuff.
Yes.
I have the chat on. If you can see that, it's on the corner.
I think so. All right. I believe I can see it. Start the conversation. How about I do
that? First stream, technically.
Yeah.
We're going to get things tightened up a little bit. And always the first one's the best one, though. This is my friend Lauren Hunt, and handle is Lauren at Casper Road, right?
Correct.
All right, let me get this all taken care of.
Or at Lauren Casper Road.
Yes, and I'm going to do actually a banner, so get it on.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, create a banner. So and it's at Lauren at Casper Road.
Just at Lauren Casper Road for YouTube. You can also go to casperroad.com to see more product.
And then we're just going to ticker that along. Do a ticker.
Awesome. I think you're missing the S in your handle.
Oh, I am. That's okay. We'll get it right. Come on. You know it. You can't get one without the other. You know that. Eesh. WRIGHT. Okay, I got it. I got it spelled right. Boom.
Yay.
Save. Take this, scroll to the bottom. It's okay, Lauren and Casper. I like it. Okay, good. All right.
All set.
All righty. Lauren and I are accountability partners. We were meeting every when? Well, we've switched up a little bit.
Yeah, we went from Thursday to Wednesday back to Thursday. But weekly for over a year. Helping each other grow, holding each other accountable.
That is very true.
Yeah, we met on Group Juice.
Yes, we did.
So I saw your name, and I don't know, I must have seen one of your posts, and I was like, oh, I want to meet that lady. And I reached out, and here we are.
This is awesome. Yes, and we've been doing this every week, and I'm actually, it's been amazing. We've challenged each other and
absolutely
supported each other.
Yes, I highly recommend it. Especially, well, whether you're in business or not, an accountability partner is just, a safe place that you can go to, that you have a reciprocity. So you're not like paying money. You don't have to pay money for therapy or a coach. There's a reciprocity and a support. And whether it's business or personal, I think it's super valuable.
True. 100%. Here we go. Now we can ticker. Dang. There we go.
I'm going to lower that camera a little bit.
So excuse the cough. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
How is your week going, and what's going on with your Pinterest?
My Pinterest launch. So it's been an interesting couple of weeks of discovery. So I'm on day 16 of posting pins. I missed yesterday. My website was down, and I was trying to figure out what happened. And there is a custom GPT on ChatGPT called Tom's Technical Advisor. And I don't know who wrote it. It's a free GPT. If you've got a technical issue, go check out this GPT. It's been so helpful for me. The problem was super simple. My payment method had changed for my web hosting. So the payment didn't process on the 27th. So the 28th and 29th, I had no website. And my email wasn't working. And I'm like, I'm just getting this started. What's happening? So it's all better. The fix was instantaneous. Thank goodness. I did send a ticket in to Nexus, but I canceled it because once the payment went through, everything was automated. Pardon me. So a couple other tips along those lines. If you have a website and you're having issues with it, a couple things to check is dnschecker.com. You can put in your website and it will tell you if it's actually connecting. And if you get a bunch of red X's, then it's not. The other resource that was super helpful for me is whois.com. And again, you put in your website and it searches it. And what I found out was it said my account was on client hold. I'm like, oh, okay. So it kind of gave me a direction to go in to find out the problem. Anyway, a couple tech tips for you.
And it's called
Whois.com. It's how you can find out information about a website, about who owns it, who hosts it. So yeah, do you want to share your screen and we can go look at mine right now and we can show people?
Yes, let's do that. Let me just get in here. Share screen.
And I'm pretty sure it's
Screen.
It's whois.domaintools.com.
Oh, sorry. Who
No, my mistake. I gave you the wrong info.
is .domain tools.
.com. Mm-hmm.
There we are. Okay. I want to share screen now. Share screen. What have you got for me today? And we're doing screen sharing is easiest with two monitors. Screen sharing works best on a good day. I have that. Share screen. And I'm going to do the window, right? The entire window?
Yes, do the window.
Okay.
Because you don't have an external monitor, do you? Or more than one monitor? Well, let's see what happens.
I have to open up my Google. Okay. Hang on.
Do you want me to try it?
I'm doing it right now because it says I just had to do a few things. Google Chrome is requesting. No, I don't want to leave the site.
Hey, Lisa, can I see when people join? Does it show up somewhere?
Yeah, let me just quickly
Sorry.
see if you can try it because I didn't open up the parameters.
Let's see what I get. Share screen. Easiest with two monitors. Works best on a good computer. Share audio checkbox. Okay. Let's see. Let's just show. Okay. Also show tab audio. Coming up. Hold on a sec. All right, we're going to go there.
You have your screen that you want opened up already.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
I can see it. I can see it on the thing.
Okay.
I need to share it.
All right, let's see. So whois domaintools.com. And then you can look up any website. So we'll go ahead and look up my website. It's casperroad.com. And it tells me that the registrar, this was news to me. I'd never heard of Two Cows before, but because I pay Nexus for hosting. So this is who is the registrar. And it still says client hold here, but it is working. It tells me my Cloudflare servers, tells me how old the website is, gives me an IP address, location, some other technical information. So all of this is not accurate. Domain status registered and no website, but that could be related to, it still says client hold. It may not have gotten, the information may not have gotten here. This is kind of interesting though. So it has registrant name and organization. All of this is redacted for privacy, which is kind of cool. So your data is safe. And it says registration service provider. It's got a phone number. It's got a website, and it's got an email. So that can be kind of useful. Website, and it's got. So yeah, that's it.
Sorry. Okay. Forgive me. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But we have people. Welcome. Welcome, people.
Here we go. Yeah, people coming in and out. It's okay. Since this is also our first stream,
Yes, forgive us for any awkwardness. Where Lisa is a pro at this. She goes live, I don't know, multiple times a day, maybe. Not, no, I'm not a pro at going live. So, but I do love to talk. So.
And this is our first time. Normally we're on Zoom, and it's just a private room. We're just sharing. But today it's a whole lot different. So, and I kind of like it anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, new and different.
So you got through your
Oh, okay. So yeah, so back to the business update. So yeah, fix the website. And it, it's interesting. Every day I come up to some new obstacle. The universe puts some new obstacle in front of me that my best laid plan is not executable the way that I planned it. So I tend to be a control freak, a card carrying control freak. So something I've been working on, since I recognized it in my 20s, 30s, maybe. Anyhow, so the message for me is you must be consistent. You must be diligent. You must stick with your commitment. However, you also must be open to snags along the way. And what's that saying? Like water off a duck's back. Just let it go. Just let it go through it. Do whatever you got to do. So I just rework my plan as I can. Like today, I had a meeting at 9, a meeting with you at 10, and then I have a Tony Robbins seminar I want to attend at 11, and that goes for 3 hours. So that cuts my work day since I'm retired to 4 hours. So it's a constant reshuffling, like analyzing in the morning. What do I need to do? What's on my plate? What are my priorities? And then moving through those. So you know how much I love AI. So most of my work has been in ChatGPT. Recently, I've been using Claude. What I noticed with this process that I was trying to get help with, this organizing this business structure of Pinterest first, is I was getting a lot of hallucinations and a lot of wrong information. Now that could have been in, something in my prompting might have been less than efficient, but I switched to Manus. And I actually just paid for the Manus monthly subscription. I had been using the free tier, but it has been so incredibly helpful, not perfect. So a note on AI for anyone, I don't know where you might be at with AI, but it is an amazing tool. It can be an amazing strategic partner, a great coach, a great sounding board, but you do need to fact check the information that you get. And I like to start with telling it to make sure that the information you give me is evidence-based, that you fact checked it, that you have sources to give me if I ask for them. So that kind of ups the accuracy level. And I was listening to one of my mentors this morning, and someone was talking about how, the large percentage of hallucinations in AI and how much AI gets wrong. And he gave an analogy to, well, how much do humans get wrong? So, it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. It does have access to things that, that we wouldn't ordinarily have access to. And it has saved me multiple hours and building out. I have a whole content plan built out for the next 2 weeks on Pinterest, on Facebook. I'm thinking of getting back into Facebook because my audience, couples over 50, looking to reconnect with their significant other, that age group is on Facebook. They're not on Instagram. So starting an account on Instagram won't be helpful. So anyway, so I have the content plan for Pinterest, for Facebook. I have my daily execution checklist. I was working on making sure my Leap account, where my products are hosted, was set up, and I created a new lead magnet that's free. So all of that stuff was kind of in an action plan from Manus. So it was super helpful in helping me stay organized. So really recommend AI as a strategic partner, especially if you're learning something new. But keep your human in the loop. You are still the manager. So anyway, so day 16 of pins, I had to do some correction because my first information from ChatGPT was wrong. So Yeah, and another interesting note, this is probably true across social media. Videos drive more conversion. And on Pinterest, video pins drive 2.8% more viewers. So, yeah. So we're plugging along here. I'm creating more Pinterest boards, creating more pins, creating more video, using Canva for quite a lot of it. Gemini and Nano Banana for static images is just amazing. It's just instantaneous. You describe what you want. So what I usually do is I'll go to ChatGPT or Claude and give it a sentence like, okay, I need a couple that, or I'll give it the text, right? Like I'll give it the text of the lead magnet. So this is a 3-step connection tool for couples to use, and this is going to be my lead magnet. Give me pictures for these 3 things, and ta-da! There it is. So should we try it really quick?
100%.
All right, let's do.
Lauren, where'd you go? Lauren just left my screen. Darn it. Hello? She'll be back. Yay. There you are. And you're muted. 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 Hold on. And you're still muted. Hold on. No, you're muted. Let me see. MacBook speakers. Oh, duh. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Back. Yeah.
Yay. All right. I don't know. I switched microphones. I don't know if it was that. You can hear me okay, though?
Yes, it's all good.
Sorry for the snag, gang. All right. Let's go take a look at Gemini Nano Banana. Let's share my screen. And we'll do this one.
I'm still using just chat.
And ChatGPT does pretty good images. They take a lot longer. So watch this. So let's start with Gemini.
Oh,
so it's gemini.google.com.
You still need to share your screen.
Oh, I'm not sharing my screen? Oh, that's bizarre. Thought I did that. It says I'm sharing my screen. I have a stop sharing button.
Oh, I think I need to add it to the stage. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. How you like that?
You know what, Lisa? I don't see my picture on the stage anymore.
We're both gone. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just
there we are.
Okay, there we are. All right. So let me go back here. So gemini.google.com. And then you need to log into your Google account if you're not already logged in. And let's say, so here's a couple that I created that were super fast. I just said couple over 50 sitting on couch having a calm conversation face to face. There it is. So let's create a new one. Let's say couple over 50 taking a walk with their Deshaun Forsett. And I'll add sunny day, couple facing camera, and smiling. Let's see what we get. So 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 11 seconds. 11 seconds. It even got the dog right. So if we did that in chat, so let's take this same prompt. And I didn't even switch it. Oh, I might have had it switched on image. So when you click down here in Gemini, you can click create images. I haven't done a lot with deep research, but I've been hearing really good things about it.
Okay.
Anyway, you can ask it, you can change this to create images, but typically if you ask it for an image, you don't even need to do that.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look at ChatGPT. And we'll try that very same thing in ChatGPT. And I'm going to click, whoops, is that right? Nope, that is not what I want. Let me go back and grab that. Well, I'll just retype it. Nope, make sure I get the exact prompt. Copy. All right. Here. So I'm going to click this little plus sign and I'm going to say create image. And then I'm going to paste that prompt. So we'll see how long this takes us.
Okay.
But it's going to be longer than 11 seconds. So yeah, Nano Banana, oh, it's pretty fast. Maybe they've done some updates. Still, it will take longer than 11 seconds, but at least it gives you, oh, well, maybe not too much. Okay, they've done some improvement here.
Is this the updated version of?
Well, this is 5.2, but you can see it's still resolving the image. So not a bad picture, very similar actually. But yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but yeah, ChatGPT can do some great stuff. I think it's Gemini. Gemini can do some infographics. Again, haven't played with it a lot, but it's supposed to be really good at infographics. Okay, so stopping my share. Where did you go? Let me come back and find you again. There you are. So this has been, it's been an interesting journey, and I'll go ahead and comment a little bit, Lisa, about the previous 2 years. So I started this online make money journey in the air. In fact, it's been 2 years, maybe almost to the day. I did a weekend thing with Kiala Kanai, who runs Full Stack Marketing. And their promise, I think I paid $47 for a weekend seminar. Their promise was that you will have a website and a business, names on your email list by the end of the weekend. It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I did. I had all the tools set up. I had Cloudflare, I had ClickFunnels, I had GetResponse. I had traffic, purchase traffic that I was buying for $80 for 100 clicks a month. And by the end of the 3 days, I had, I don't know, 30 or 60, I forget the exact number, names on my email list, people that had clicked from this traffic I had purchased. And all of these tools had like a free 2-week trial. So it wasn't too bad for the first couple of weeks. And the product was his affiliate product for Full Stack Marketing. And I made a $100 sale in the first couple of months. And that was great. But I did not feel any connection because it's this blind traffic. And I don't know, I suppose Pinterest is kind of blind traffic too. But I just didn't know enough at the time to really make that work. And I spent a lot of money, thousands of dollars on their tutoring program. And the best thing about spending that ridiculous amount of money on that tutoring program was that it got me here. It got me where I am today. I've learned so much. I've met so many amazing people. My world has gotten so much bigger. I had retired at 67 in 2022, end of 22. And so my world had gotten really small. And even after COVID, I was working from home most of the time. And so this has just opened up my world, and it's been awesome. I ran into a couple of guys, the Group Juice folks, Flip Moss and Nate Ryan, tremendous people. Couple of blue collar workers who just pulled themselves up by their bootstraps and became successful, $1 million, 2 Comma Club award winners, coaching people to make tens of thousands of dollars a year. So signed up with them, felt like I found my tribe. And so did some coaching with them, learned a lot. I was working on creating my own personal brand on Facebook, marketing on Facebook. So I did that. I have about 800 followers on Facebook, not a huge number. I have a group.
Really good. It's a lot more than I have.
Well, but you're not on Facebook, right? You're not. I mean, I pummeled. From like April to November, I posted at least once a day, if not multiple times a day, different kinds of posts, video, text, color block, thread posts, posted and posted and posted, and I just wasn't getting the engagement. And I got so burnt out, and so I'd go sit down at my computer and I would just feel so heavy. I'm like, wait a minute, this is my own business. I'm not working for anyone. I can pivot. I can do something that's going to jazz me up, that's going to excite me, that's going to make me excited to sit down at my computer. And so I came across an email from a couple. They do relationship coaching. They have some courses, some digital products, and something hit me. And I thought, you know what? I have a lot of relationship experience. I've been married 3 times. The last time when I was 65 years old, we met in the middle of COVID, which presented some interesting challenges. I've moved across the country twice. I can talk about how that impacts relationships.
Yeah.
And I've coached people. I've led Codependence Anonymous course, classes. So I have experience in that field. I could do this. And one of the things I notice about being married is that it's really easy to disconnect from each other, to just kind of go through the motions. You're in the same house, you're doing the same things, you're managing your life, the mundane things about your life. And it can be difficult to remember that this is the person I love most in the world. And how do I nurture that?
Yes.
I don't want to go get therapy. We're not broken. But it would be nice to have some kind of little activity that we could do together that would just, kind of give us that reconnection. And so with the help of AI, I created a product that has 30 activities plus 1 bonus activity. It's called the Ho'oponopono prayer. It's a Hawaiian prayer, and it's super simple and super fun and super powerful. I sound like a Valley girl. Super, super, super. Okay. So I created this product, and that's what I'm marketing on Pinterest. And now I've created a lead magnet, which is free. So if anyone is interested in the free lead magnet, go to casperroad.com and click the link. You'll put in your email address, and then you should get it in an email right away. So there's my shameless plug. But it's been really interesting and very cool that I am now re-energized. I'm super excited about doing this. I did buy a $27 Pinterest product that I thought looked helpful. I haven't dove in yet. But because Pinterest is brand new to me. I mean, I've used it to search, but sure, I've never tried to sell on it. So yeah, and it's been a technical journey getting my website up. It's a super simple website. I use carrd.io, CARRD.io. And still thinking about getting the YouTube channel. It'll be a different channel than this, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's been exciting.
You could still add, like, you can create a YouTube channel, a second channel not under Casper, but without having to go through the whole thing all over.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done that a couple times. When I was going to do that meditation channel, I created one. I don't think I've ever put a video. And then most recently, the Make Money Online AI thing, I created Lauren's Digital Corner, but that doesn't have any videos either. So, yeah. And what's different about this time is I'm really trying to take it step by step by step. Part of the challenge that I've had with this online journey is just the shiny object syndrome. The more you click on YouTube or Facebook, the more stuff you see. And there are a million people out there teaching all kinds of ways to make money online. Yeah. Some of them are really good. Some of them are not. It's challenging to know, to have the right discernment to pick what's gonna be pivotal for
100%.
And so I think the one lesson that I have learned so acutely is you don't know what you don't know. Excuse me for 1 second. Come here, you little runt. This is my partner in crime, one of them. You say hi. She does not like video. Okay, yeah, go sit over here. So the spending of that big chunk of money that I spent when I first got started 2 years ago, if I could go back, I would tell my former self to take 3 months and just look at everything that's out there.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what building a personal brand was. There was so much I didn't know.
Yeah.
And the tutoring program that I joined was only teaching Facebook ads. It wasn't, hey, look at that. She's drinking my coffee. It wasn't teaching organic reach. And organic reach is how you can get started without having to, take money out of your retirement account in this case, or, take, money away from your vacation fund or whatever. So I would just encourage people, if you're looking at starting an online business, really dive in and figure out what's available and validate coaches, talk to people or DM with people that have used coaches that have gotten results, and make sure that whatever they're teaching or their method of teaching is something that resonates with you. Yes. And if they don't have enough information for you to find that out, then they're not the right coach for you. And then finding your niche is pretty critical. So, right, the 3 big ones, there's health, wealth, and relationships. And anything you pick within one of those is more likely to be successful. And I think people really need to look inside and go, what do I love to do? And what would I love to share?
Yeah.
And if you can pin that down, like if you love pets, like one of the things I thought about is, well, maybe I could do a pet channel on YouTube and talk about some training and I don't know, life with 2 Bashans, because they want to run my life. One of them does. She actually has my schedule. She has my schedule. She has access to my email. Well, she has access to my email.
I love it.
She does tell me when it's time for this, that, and the other thing. So find your passion, find your joy. And especially if you've, reached a certain age, by the time you're 40, 50, 60 or older, you have got skills, you have got knowledge that can help people.
Yes.
And it can be super simple, right? You could just do a Google Doc on, like Lisa, I think when to talk about your bug out binder, I think that was a super idea.
I think it's a great idea. I love it's such a no-brainer, and it was something that I work on all the time. And I literally just shared it because I wanted to share a piece of my life with people. And it took off like crazy. And, I put out a little PDF and a little way of putting it together. And I've done a few videos, and it just seems to resonate with a lot of people. Honestly speaking, I've never really capitalized off of it, other than the fact that I have an email list of 1,000 people who wanted to grab the free PDF, which made things great.
Oh, girl, we need to talk. You had 1,000 people on your email list?
I have 1,000 people who wanted to grab. I put the lead magnet out, a PDF. And
that's amazing.
Yeah. And I think that the problem with me is, and I think you and I've known this, is my focus was never really how to make money online. My focus was how to be a content creator, how to share my life online. And so I kind of followed the wrong niche for a number of years. And you and I recently discussed that, how I kind of stepped away from the make money online niche. You stepped away as well, went into the relationship niche. And I'm still in the middle of trying to figure out what my niche is overall, so I could step into something.
So, I mean, when you talk and, just as we've been meeting, I mean, what I get is your niche is lifestyle.
It is lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
All the things that help, you're over 50, retire early or semi-retire early, and there are, and again, back to what I said, is there are, probably millions of people in that boat. So if I may, so you were in corporate America and miserable, and you made a decision to semi-retire.
I made a
Right.
decision to semi-retire, and I made a decision to boldly step away from the 9 to 5 corporate grind. I made the decision to struggle. I made the decision to be more creative, going away from that left brain to my right brain. And I love today just tapping into sharing my life, but also telling people that they're not going at it alone, and acknowledging that you're in midlife and embracing it. It's a period in life to embrace. It's not a period in life for you to, hide in the shadows or feel like you're going through it alone. We're all going through it.
Oh, there's so much content in there.
It's such a beautiful place. And I'm telling you, man, at age 45 is when the spark happened for me. It's when that you go through that existential, and they call it a crisis, but I call it an awakening. So I look at it differently. And I look at it as that moment where you really are saying, okay, I did everything else. Now I have to do what I was meant to do. And that is purpose. We're all sent here for a purpose, right? What is that purpose? And since then, I've just been kind of like crashing, when he pushed the tables out, and he was like, this is not the way it's supposed to be. Well, that's what I've been doing. Just kind of like pushing the tables and just disrupting my life. No, this is not the way it's supposed to be. Pushing and just crashing the tables down and saying, there's got to be something else. And I found that gift in creating content. I love creating a video or going live talking about leftovers and how to create leftover meals from leftovers. I love it. It may not resonate with a lot of people, but I love it's how I feel when I'm doing it. How I feel.
And I think that's so critical, because you can sustain that, right? If it's something that feeds you spiritually, emotionally, then you can sustain that, and you can share that with other people and inspire them and help them in their midlife transformation.
It's feeling like you're in the zone. I lose myself when I'm doing it. I feel like I'm doing it and I have purpose. Like I'm supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
The abstaining from alcohol for, however long, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing this and having.
Congratulations. What day are you on now?
29.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I feel like I'm supposed to be having a conversation about this. Oh, and did I tell you that ChatGPT is my addictions counselor?
I love it.
You're my KDAC 3. You're going to guide me through this process. You're going to do it as though I'm coming to you. You never met me before. That was my husband is totally he's like amazed that I'm actually doing this and using chat as my addictions counselor.
And just a tip for our listeners, if you want to do something like this, give AI a role like Lisa did. She said, act as my addiction counselor. So I used it in a similar fashion this was for my dog, but I told it to act as a veterinary behaviorist, because I had questions about something with my dog and his cognitive decline and all this. So you can give the AI a role and then give it the context. So in Lisa's case, so I've been drinking 1 glass of wine a day, blah, blah, I'm going to give it up, and whatever she wants to know about it. So then you give it the context, and then you tell it what you want the output to be, like she did. I forget exactly what you said about how you wanted it to respond.
I don't want it to make it into a big deal. This is not.
So telling it what you don't want is part of context. That's awesome.
100%. You know how, because the responses were, oh, this is amazing. Oh, you're doing very great. Oh, it's a powerful statement. I was like, can you please stop this? Can you
ChatGPT
just
is a little
stop and just
sycophantic.
tell me what I'm going through today when I give you my prompt? That's all I want to know. Okay. And I don't want some existential experience, some spiritual moment I'm going to have. And I even told it I am not doing AA. I just want you to give me the clinicals and also the guidance. That's it.
So that's a really important tip when working with AI is you can tell it what you don't want as well as what you do. And the more information you give it, the better the response you're going to get.
That's true.
Yeah, and you can tell it, don't, like Lisa said, don't make it a big deal. I always tell mine to quit being so sycophantic because it just wants to assuage your ego. Get off of me.
Okay, so is that one of the things about now? Is it because I visited one of your coaching calls with Peter Swain.
Say again, I missed that.
His name's
Sorry.
Peter Swain, right?
Yes.
And Peter Swain said something that resonated with me is how, and you just said it, how sycophant ChatGPT is.
Yeah.
On how everything you put in is like, you are a genius. You are on top. Exactly. It's as though I'm just waiting in my bated breath for you just to show up and give me, a task.
But for some people though, that can be very affirming. That it can pull out the things that you're good at, where especially, we're always our worst enemy, right? So if ChatGPT can help you find things to value about yourself, then that's not a bad thing.
It's not, but
yeah, I completely get it because I think both of us are similar in that we don't want the nonsense. Don't give me the fluff. In fact, I told my ChatGPT to something about stop giving me all this fluff. And so now it responds, okay, here's the no fluff response.
Yes.
I told it to just take that word out of its vocabulary.
Please give me a no fluff response and just get to the point.
Yes. And sometimes I'll say, keep it brief, give me 2 paragraphs, or highlight the top 5 points. So yeah, I think it's important to think of AI as kind of like your assistant, and the better direction, especially for anyone who's had an assistant in the corporate world, or anyone that's working for you, the better direction you provide, the better output performance you're going to get.
That makes sense.
So, so I think it's a great tool. I'm excited. What are you after? Sorry, my dog is trying to disrupt my desktop. That is not for you. The salesman gave me this piece of wood. I was very interested. It's from the Palo Santo tree. So it has, or maybe it's scented, but he told me it was Palo Santo, which is a very spiritual wood. I don't know a lot about it, but it's a spiritual wood. So she's very intrigued by the scent. So
I love the smell of Palo Santo.
Yeah, it's very nice. I don't want her to eat it though. See, she controls my day. Oh my God. All right, you have to go down. She's just so stinking cute though, so she gets away with it. Yeah, I could go on and on about stories about this dog. And the really sad part, being so cute, she's 9 pounds, she's white and fluffy, she's adorable. She doesn't like to wear clothes, so I can't dress her up.
Yeah.
Which is, that just sucks. I told her, you're a foo-foo dog. You're made for dress up. She's
right.
So she just freezes. She doesn't want anything to do with it. I could put something around her neck. That's about it. And she doesn't like the camera. So if she's having a fit about something, she wants another turkey tendon chew and she can only have one a day, she'll start barking at me. And all I have to do is point the camera at her and she stops.
She stops. That's
so funny. I can't even get, it's adorable when she does it. She's like, the only time she barks is when she wants something. And it's adorable, but I can't get it on camera because she stops when I point it at her. Anyway.
So one of the things about not drinking, having a glass of wine, is I think that I experienced one moment of struggle which was when he took me out to dinner, and I had a really nice. We went to Bruce Chris Steakhouse, which is not cheap,
love it. I've been
right?
there once. Love it.
So good. And I ordered the diver scallops, which was to die for. And what is scallops without a glass of Chardonnay? So,
Oh,
man, I struggled through that one. I struggled. I didn't finish the whole meal. I actually brought the scallops home, which when you're drinking, you have a tendency just to keep going. It feeds your appetite. And my husband was really surprised, but I told him, I said, I fantasized about that glass of wine the whole time. But that was the extent of the struggle. Since then, it's been really nice. One thing I have really enjoyed is sharing and selecting non-alcoholic drinks or mock cocktails with my husband. One of the things is I've always envied and watched couples watch a sunset while they're on vacation and enjoying a bottle of wine together. I always kind of envied that because Lance does not drink. He's been sober over 35 years. So I've always kind of envied that, and I always felt very isolated. But now we're able to share something together. So that moment means a lot to me. And it's to me. I don't know how it is for him, but it's just a sweet moment to say, oh, try this. This is really good. Instead of, us having two separate experiences.
Right. So can we expect content on those mock cocktails, preparing those mock cocktails?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I've noticed I've been like on this thing about, the common base component to a cocktail is mock cocktails grenadine. I've noticed that in a lot of the drinks. So I'm like, okay, I need to start with the grenadine. I need to get grenadine. And then from there, I can then do other drinks based on, other types of ginger beer drinks, seltzer drinks, things like that. So I want to do that. And so that we could, just enjoy those moments together.
I like that idea. So I don't drink. Paul doesn't drink. He'll have a beer every once in a while. Every once in a blue moon, I'll order like some limoncello or Sir Chambord at a restaurant. But I don't like my calories in liquid form.
Yeah.
Because they just don't satisfy me like something solid. So I cannot relate to your issue with the scallops. I would have gobbled them up. So, but I do like that idea of, sharing a drink together.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see the mock cocktails, the recipes as they come. We were at a restaurant yesterday. It's called the Lady Bird Culinary Society, the Lady Bird Culinary Society. And it was so surreal. When you walk in, everything is black and gold, and it's very Art Deco. And it was so interesting. They had these black lampshades they were like the top of a bird cage, and they had this gold parrot sitting on them. It was just such an interesting place. And they had the most outrageous drinks. They had one called, what was it called? Lover something. And they were, I don't even know what was in it, but just the most outrageous, interesting drinks. I'm like, wow, can you make a version of that? Because that sounds really good. So
I have noticed that, Lance and I, every week, we like to go to downtown Disney and do pin trading. So we went pin trading, and past few weeks, obviously, every Tuesday, I'm not drinking, but we'll go to the Palm Breeze Bar restaurant. And we got there kind of late, so a couple times we had to sit at the bar because the restaurant tables were closed. So sitting at the bar, I've noticed a little bit of a difference of behavior that in people drinking at the bar, eating at the bar, talking at the bar. As they drink more, their voice and pitches get a little bit more elevated. But the other day was really sad, and it wasn't this week, it was last week. And I'm going to just go ahead and share it. So we were sitting at the bar, and there were 3 people also at the end of the bar, 4 people. And they were all talking about their jobs. They were all part of Disney, corporate Disney. And it got a little boisterous.
Wow.
And one of them got up and had to take one of the persons and walk them up to their room to the hotel.
Oh my.
Oh yeah. It was a moment of, I work for corporate Disney and I'm so frustrated type thing. And and we're all frustrated too anyway. I mean, I'm about ready. I'm so
Oh, with Disney?
with how corporate Disney handles their business. And we're very out loud about it, very boisterous. We don't hold back. We talk about how Walt would be very disappointed. We talk about how things have definitely changed and the magic's gone.
Aw.
And all they care about are the shareholders.
Mhm.
Like, just because I'm so intimate with the park, and I shouldn't be sharing. Well, yeah, I don't care. Then I've talked about this online, that Tomorrowland is basically a dead mall. It is just abandoned. They claim they can't do anything with it. They need to scrape the whole thing out and just start all over again. And they have finally had an opportunity. They had money set aside and dedicated for Tomorrowland down at Disneyland. This was recent. And they gave the shareholders the option to vote on when the construction and everything else was going to get when the timeline this money was going to get put into action for Disneyland's Tomorrowland. And the shareholders decided it wasn't a priority and they scrapped it.
Oh.
And this has been one of the biggest passionate arguments and boisterous moments for Disneyland aficionados about the park.
Interesting. I learned something. Somebody told me that when the people that work at the park, they have underground tunnels
Yes.
to move in so that the customers that come to the park don't see them.
Yes.
I've never been to Disney, so I haven't had that experience, but I thought that was so interesting. But it gave me this image of like moles underground, right? Anyway.
It's so that you don't see a lot of the movement, like the janitors, the cleaning, the trash. You see them pick the trash up, and then they manage their way either backstage or they manage their way underground, so you don't see a lot of that activity.
Yeah. To keep the magic in the experience, right?
And it is magic and it is experience until you go into Tomorrowland and it's like, what the hell happened? Literally, there's theaters, there's masses of space that nothing's happening. There's a theater over to your right that is abandoned. I think it holds like 300 people.
Wow.
Or more. It's closed up. It's there. It's sitting there, and it hasn't been touched, I think, since 2008, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it hasn't been touched since then. It got closed down. And then there's the Carousel of Progress that's been there for as long as I can remember. And I was a kid, it was the Carousel of Progress. They took it out, and now it's been something and something. They've tried to turn it into all kinds of things. Just do something with it, okay? It's okay to scrape it. We're not going to get upset. Scrape the building.
Yeah, but it's just a big energy drain now. Yeah.
Okay, it's been there since the park opened. And then Autopia. I love Autopia. It's got to go. Okay, I just have my opinions. And then they tried other things too. It didn't work out. Okay, I understand that. But now, it's time for you to really get to work in there and make a difference. And they don't want to put $1 in there. Sad. So much wasted space.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. You have a Tony Robbins event. What time?
It's at 11. So in 7 minutes.
Can you fill us in what's going to be going on in the Tony Robbins event?
Well, it's a lot about identity and it's a free thing. So let me see if I can grab the URL and I can share it. Hang on a second. So let's see. There's the live link. So I'll go ahead and paste this. And I don't know if it's today and tomorrow. Maybe it's 3 days. I don't know. And that did not come out like a link, did it? All right, let me try that again.
Is it the Time to Rise Summit?
Yes, it is. The Time to Rise Summit. Trying to grab the link, but I've noticed that my browser is not processing. Let's see if this will work. Post as a link. Huh. Can you click on that stuff I posted in the
I
chat?
will check right now.
It does not appear to be going to a link. Anyway, it's timetorisesummit.com. So let me just put that in the chat.
No, I can't. I can't
Okay.
click
I'm
on
gonna
it.
just put this in there. Hold on.
I'm putting in my phone. I went onto the site. I've done these before.
Have
They're
you?
really
Yeah,
good.
I think I probably have, but I really appreciate Tony Robbins. I did his Firewalk seminar many, many years ago. And we literally walked on 600-degree hot coals, literally, and nobody got burned. It's a phenomenon. But it was such an amazing metaphor. Like, if you can walk on hot coals, what can't you do? So I noticed that the biggest thing that gets in my way is being the Lauren who makes $10,000 a month at her online business. Instead of being the Lauren who is working on her online business. So this Time to Rise is about looking at your identity and how do you step into the identity where you want to be, because whatever identity you're in is what you're creating from.
And you know what he's
Right.
going to say? Take action.
Yes. So of course, yes, you must execute. If you don't execute, nothing's gonna work. In fact, so funny AI story. He has a $37 offer and a $97 offer attached to some upsells. To his credit, he was giving the recordings and stuff away for $1. So for $1, you can, which is pretty reasonable. So I went to ChatGPT and I put in the copy and I said, all right, this $37 order, this $97 offer, anything of value for me. And so it measured what was in the copy, what Tony's promising, and where I already am.
Okay.
And said, it's only going to be valuable for you if you this, and this. However, you could this, and this without spending that money. So, and executing was the key thing.
Execution.
So I
yeah.
did not spend the money. So back to our conversation about you don't know what you don't know. There's a lot of things to spend money on. There's a lot of tools. There's a lot of trainings. There's a lot of coaching. Do your due diligence. Just do your due diligence.
Well, I
Don't
think
be-
one thing
Don't
is
be
that
over-eager.
Group Juice has a free Friday coaching
Free
call.
Friday, I love it.
Cost you nothing
this
to
week?
sit in.
This week, the
Yeah,
training.
they're every
Okay.
Friday. They do the free group coaching call. We
Sorry.
just started it. So
Okay, awesome.
yeah.
Why
And
don't you
it's
post
kind
your
of-
link? Do you have your affiliate link?
Stand by. Well, I just
so,
want to
yeah.
get people to the free coaching call.
Well, while
Because-
you're looking for that, yeah, but get them into the free coaching call if it works for them. You want to
Yeah.
get credit for if they purchase anything, because that's just you know what? That's who you are. You are the person leading people, and you deserve to get paid for it. If somebody finds something that resonates with them, there's no pressure. Sorry, I have 2 dogs climbing up my butt back here. So Group Juice, while she's looking for that link, I'll talk a little bit. So Group Juice is the Flip Moss and Nate Ryan, 2 blue collar guys who pulled themselves up by their proverbial bootstraps and figured out how to make money online. And now they coach other people to do it. So their
Mhm.
focus is on building communities, building your brand on social media. They also teach Amazon influencer, how to become an Amazon influencer. Both Lisa and I are Amazon influencers. So you can make money based on products that you like. And you don't even need to buy the products on Amazon, by the way. They teach TikTok. So becoming successful on TikTok, there's several people in our group who are making thousands of dollars a month doing TikTok shop. So they have a lot of resources. They're just super down to earth, honest, decent people. And like Lisa said, they have free resources. So there's a school group. If you search for the school group, well, Lisa's going to put her link in. They have a free school group with some free stuff, free trainings and stuff in it. And now they have these free weekly coaching calls, which is so valuable. Super
I just
valuable.
grabbed the first thing I could find because I know you need to go.
Well, you can stay even if I'm
yeah.
going. I
But
can miss the
it's,
15 minutes.
what was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt, and it's a great way for you to check it out and see
Yep.
if it resonates with you. So,
Yep, and then you can meet other people that are using it, ask questions. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome resource. Lisa, this has been a blast. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for having me on your show. And I
Are
look
we
forward
going
to
to do
doing
this
it again.
weekly, or what do you want to do?
How about every other week?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, take care. Bye.
All right, bye.